Realism's most famous couple met when she was still married to someone else, and they ended up living together for a little while. Let's talk about Elena Inanova Diakonova, also known as Gala, and the men that loved her. Gala originally married Paul Aluard, and in 1922 she met Max Ernst. Gala and Max Ernst eventually had an affair, and then moved into Aluard's house Aubonne that the three of them shared. It wasn't just a fling, all people in the relationship knew what was going on, but it was a pretty stable tripod for a while. They were publicly known, they all ran in the same circle. Even though her relationship with Max Ernst kind of tampered down about 2 years later, Aluard and her continued to have a relationship even into 1929 when she was introduced to Salvador Dali. So why does this piece of polyamorous gossip make any difference to Surrealism? Surrealism preached that reason and social convention were actually lies, and what the true honesty of the world was within your unconscious. Therefore, Gala's household with Paul was more close to their ideals while living with Ernst and then later continuing a new relationship with Salvador Dali. It was their philosophy applied to relationships. And despite any thrummings of it being unresolved or non-conventional, it still was a physical representation of this Freudian type movement. Nobody tried to pretend that their relationship made any sense. By all accounts, most people within the circle were accepting of it. The movement's romantic relationships weren't a footnote within the art style itself. They actually were quite a pivot for a lot of the different artists to move to different places and to become other people. In essence, their romantic relationships were lived much like they were living their artistic lives. Understanding what they were going through and their mental state at the time includes the romantic relationships. They were essentially living their life as an artwork, and by making it public, it was also a demonstration of their philosophies. But without Gala, Dali may have never made it into Surrealism, one of the artists that single-handedly defined such a large part of the movement. Next up, why the Surrealists put Dali on trial not once but twice.